I mean, just look at those eyebrows. That says lonely to me. I don't know what it says to you guys, but it says lonely to me. Hey everyone, Andang here, very excited because today we're finally starting the most recent area here in LOTRO. It's update 23 where dragons dwell, and we of course have all of our dragon armor here inside Erebor, ready to finally get Gandalf a room. He's been waiting for what seems like probably months now in game time, but let's go ahead and talk to Gandalf and get him that room.
King Thorin has given me a room in the dwelling halls of Erebor.
And I will retire there to think upon what we have discovered. The efforts of the Gerzil to increase their power in the wake of Sauron's passing are of interest to me, particularly those of Karazgar here in the north. Durin's folk have provided me with several leads to study, and I shall follow each of them as far as I am able. Such courses of study are lonely pastimes, but they are rarely fruitless. I will see you when I have learned what I may, but while I am so engaged, I suggest you familiarize yourself with Erebor and its people. Perhaps you can lend some assistance to Arthi Jimcutter and his family. I am certain they would welcome your company, and will not mind showing you around. I believe you will find Arthi's home in the dwelling halls, located south of the hall under the mountain, and to the west. Alright. The Lonely Mountain. The Lonely Wizard inside the Lonely Mountain here. Man, I never really thought about how lonely Gandalf must be, just being the wandering traveler. It's gotta be a super lonely experience, and that's probably why he befriends hobbits and other people like that, just so he's not alone. He's trying to make all the friends he can, everywhere he can. I mean, just look at those eyebrows. That says lonely to me. I don't know what it says to you guys, but it says lonely to me. Alright, let's talk to the king under the mountain here and find out what he wants us to do. How glad I am you are here, Andang. The war is done, and the dust settled. Yet there is such a wagging of tongues in my halls that you would think the mountain was falling in on itself. The talk runs eastward to the Iron Hills, mostly, but that is as much as I can make of it. My displeasure at such gossip is known in this court, and so they hide it from me. They hold no such fear of you, however, and would be eager to pour their rubbish into a fresh ear. Will you go about my hall and learn what you can? This tangle of tongues must be settled, and I cannot see how to do so if I cannot even learn what they are saying. Well, how do you know what's going on to begin with? Alright, buddy. I guess he's just got that feeling. Instead of spidey sense, I imagine for dwarves it's beard sense. My beard is tingling. Oh, something must be going on.
How I love the ringing of dwarf hammers!
The latest word from the Iron Hills is thus, that the Easterlings only feigned retreat, gathering their forces anew, just beyond our kin. Then, not 2 days ago, under cloak of night, they flooded the Ironfold, and hold it in complete blockade. That is why we have had no word from our brethren there. Dale is all but lost, and we ourselves must prepare to seal our gates. Well, that is a rumor. Dale almost lost? I find that highly suspicious. But man, if they did feign retreat, that would be crazy.
Greetings, friend.
Rumors? Yes, I have heard rumors, but I am beyond my wits knowing which to believe. The Iron Hills are overrun, they say. The Iron Hills are blockaded. Lord Nine is dead, or he is mad, or he has had a second sight through his agate eye. Or the lot of it is nonsense, and I'll talk. Unless it is not. What someone really ought to do is go there and settle all these rumors for once and for all. Then we should have some peace. Or at least a little certainty. Time to settle some more rumors. If any dwarf tries to tell you that Janfast fell when the ground shook the Iron Hills, it is nothing but a vicious lie. I have the truth, on good authority too, and it is thus. The keep stands, but something below that was sealed away has been freed. And the dwarves of the Ironfold have all fled in terror, every one. Well, that is certainly a rumor.
All is well, and yet not all.
Did you feel the earth tremble the day the fighting ended? I can feel it as if it were moments ago, though more than a month has passed. Well, and some say the shaking was far more severe to the east in the Iron Hills. Some even say that Janfast's keep fell to the ground, if you can believe it. Interesting. Well, there does seem to be a common thread that something happened to the keep. Much like the walls of Jericho, they seem to have just fallen. Alright, let's talk to the Corkmaster here.
All is well, and yet not all.
Lord Nine's new steel teeth, it is said, bedevil him with phantom pains. His fake eye, too, aches in the dead of night, and he cannot sleep. He has fallen into an eternal black mood, or so I have heard, and has ordered the northeastern road in the Iron Hills walled off, and the stair of Scald's Drop broken, so it may no longer be traversed. Well, that is yet one more rumor of the dwarven locales that I'm sure we're about to visit, and have a bunch of fun doing so. There are strange whispers these days, whispers of strange dwarves arriving in the Iron Hills. They come from the east, it is said, and have neither beard nor hair on the tops of their heads. Their ears face behind, instead of ahead. Furthermore, when asked about good news, they always lie, but on subjects of bad news, tell ever the truth. Or so the whisperers say. I know not. I have not set foot beyond the Lonely Mountain since the fighting began. Alright, Margald. Thank you for that rumor. Man, it is just a rumor mill here. Like, the king under the mountain has no control of all these dwarves. They're all just normal dwarves and haven't learned like the king has. It's really interesting that they have like the king versus his people. It's a cool dynamic that you don't really see much in LOTRO, and I certainly wasn't expecting with the dwarves. Normally in the dwarven stories in Tolkien it's the leadership that's the problem, but here it seems like it's the dwarves is the problem and the leadership's good. Have you heard the words Lord Nine took in battle? He bears an agate eye now, and a gold ear beside. They say he sits in the Janfast Keep, in the Iron Hills now, mired in despair, mourning his wounds and his lost comrades, and that he has ordered the gates sealed, and no dwarves to come or go. Now strangers from the south, men, yeah, and dwarves too, wander the Iron Fold as they will. In the land before the Iron Hills lies the small Dalish town of Utterby. If rumors are to be believed, Easterlings of all stripes have taken up there, pillaging and striking terror into all who travel through. Alright, time to talk to the king once again, and hope that Gandalf finally has that room. You relate the rumors you heard, and Thorn listens intently. After you finish, he thinks for a long moment, and then speaks. For my own people, I have heard 7 wastes of breath, and 1 single, half-sensible thought. Would you be a good champion once more, and go tell Spal, the lore master, that he should come and stand before me? Alright, I guess we'll go be a good little champion for you, and take care of that. Alright, we're finally able to be exploring the rest of Erebor here. I'm super excited about that. We're going to go to the jewel place first, and see what all's going on there with this gem cutter. Here we are to some nice gems. That makes sense that there's so many, like, gems and everything here. You found the entrance to the Jewel Stead, home of the Gem Cutter family. Oh, that is super cool. Man, look at all these gems. Whoa. I have never felt like I've been in, like, a player home more than now. This is amazing. Man, he's got a forge inside his house. Look at that. All sorts of tools going through. A roped off section. Probably to his private quarters, who knows. And like a chest that opens... No, that's just a wall fixture, I guess. Quite the nightlight here. Man. This is maybe the coolest house of a person we've ever visited in this game by far. Alright, Athi, let's talk.
Ah, I hoped you would find time to visit.
This is Mezim Azhar, the Jewel Stead, home to my family for many years. It is a humble place, but the hearth is warm, and you are welcome to stave off the chill of the heights whenever you have need. My father, Funi, and my brother, Fusi, have not yet returned from their excursion on the other side of the Misty Mountains, but I will be pleased to introduce you to my mother, and to another of my brothers, who remains in Erebor. Mother Ama, this is Andang, the man I mentioned to you. Mother Ama strokes her beard and considers you carefully. Whoa, another female dwarf. I thought this was gonna be the only one. Alright, let's talk.
Welcome to Messi Mazar.
If you are a friend of my son, you may come and go as you like. All I ask is that you follow the Gem Cutter family rules. When you come to the Jewel Stead, you never complain. You keep in good cheer, and you help us with our work. These rules are more important than ever, with my husband Funi still away. For he did not take all of the work away with him. Indeed, he took almost none. When he returns, he will have an earful from Mother Ama about the longer than expected duration of his journey. I promise you that. But for now, I will follow the Gem Cutter rules. Never complain, keep in good cheer, and make sure my sons and their friends do their share of the work. All right. Man, that is awesome. And on that note of meeting a dwarf mother here in a wonderful dwarf home, I think that this is a perfect place to stop the first episode. But like seriously, this is probably one of my favorite places in all of LOTRO. It's just a really cool home. Not at all what I was expecting here in Erebor. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below, and I'll see you again real soon for more of LOTRO.